All right, welcome back, everybody. My name is Token D Rock here with another stream. It is Tuesday, April 19th. Hopefully, all of you are having a wonderful day. The overall crypto market cap is sitting right around $1.924 trillion. Bitcoin dominance sitting at 41.0%. ETH dominance at 19.5%. So you can see Bitcoin has been recovering a little bit since the most recent pullback, sitting right at around 41,500. ETH is up about $100 from yesterday. Was sitting around 3K. Now it's at 3120. You can see some of these altcoins are coming up. Luna was on a tear yesterday while a lot of the market was in single digit gains. Luna's double digit gains, pretty juicy, not gonna lie. Overall, crypto market is coming back up a little bit. Taking a look at the Bitcoin 1 minute chart, we can see that Bitcoin did break above this line of resistance right at 41,100. I'm going to zoom out and show you what I mean here. You can see that it finally got above here again. We had a huge nice rally that occurred. We got above 41,100. Bitcoin then got driven up past 41,300, roughly speaking, and has been trading between this range between 41,370 and 41,700. It is kind of facing a resistance band, so we will have to see if that breaks through or not, or ultimately if we go down to retest 40,800. We'll see. But we do have to clarify that this band of resistance, somewhere between 41,200 and 42,100, just got to put that out there. I'm not saying this is the definitive resistance band, but this is the section we're looking to break out of. If we can break out above this, past 42,000, 42,100, things will look a bit better. Bitcoin is still holding that trend line. Just got to put that out there. I do think we're going to potentially see something like this. I think we're going to come up here, put in a higher high, and then retest this line of support right here, or maybe go back down to the trend line, retest it, maybe wick down to here, worst case scenario. But I think that will be the bullish case for Bitcoin to do, is if we see some sort of rally. It doesn't need to play out exactly like that. We could potentially go like this, and then come down here. That would be, and then go back up. That would be rather bullish, in my opinion. The bearish situation would be as if Bitcoin were to just go up a little and then come back down to this trend line, ultimately test it, see if it holds. If it doesn't, break down to here, retest this zone right around 37,700, $38,000 Bitcoin. But that's enough for Bitcoin. Taking a look over on Twitter, pretty cool stuff, you guys. Pilot announced the removal of mask mandate mid-flight, so now you will no longer be required to wear a mask on planes while traveling, which is pretty big deal for some people, myself partially included, not entirely.
April 18th, the Biden administration, that the Transportation Security Administration will no longer enforce the federal mandate requiring masks in all U.S. airports and on-board aircraft.
Big day, for sure, for a lot of Americans. Effective immediately. So if someone at the airport is harassing you to put your mask on, or you're on the plane, just tell them, sorry, it's no longer in effect. Another thing I want to talk about before I get into the meat and potatoes, this was discovered yesterday. If you've enabled iCloud backup for app data for MetaMask, this will include your password encrypted MetaMask vault. If your password isn't strong enough and someone phishes your iCloud credentials, this means your funds can be stolen. Just to go down through the thread, just to read through all of this, you can disable iCloud backups for MetaMask specifically by turning off the toggle here. You go to settings, profile, iCloud, manage storage, backups. And if you want to avoid iCloud surprising you with unrequested backups in the future, you can turn off this feature under settings, Apple ID / iCloud, and cloud backup to disable that feature. So something to look into if some of you are using Macs or iPhones, etc. Just something to look into because you don't want a hacker or a random person just phishing your data and eventually possibly having access to your funds. That would not be good. CZ from Binance says that 741,840,738 dollars worth of BNB will be taken out of circulation soon. And he has to reiterate BNB is deflationary. If you don't know what that means, you lack basic financial knowledge to get lucky in this world. Harsh but true, time to learn. Taking a look at the real-time burn for BNB, we can see that roughly 2,600 BNB has been burned in the past 7 days. And the quarterly auto burn, they're looking at quarter two. We're looking at 1.812 million, 1.8 million BNB being burned in the next quarter. Pretty big stuff, you guys. It's going to drive the value of BNB up as time goes on, as we have these quarterly burns. Now, we don't know exactly how long these burns are going to continue, but the longer these burns go, the higher BNB will be valued at, in my opinion. On to the meat and potatoes. We are having a portfolio closer look, and we are sorting our cryptos by market cap. We've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Luna, Cardano, Avalanche, Polkadot, Matic, Atom, Link, Algo, VeChain, VGX, and Engine. These are pretty much all the crypto that we hold in our portfolio for the time being. I'm going to go through them today and kind of explain which ones I'm going to keep stacking, which ones I'm getting rid of. We've done videos like this before. This one's a little bit different though. So in my opinion, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Luna, BNB are rather safe plays, not just for the short term, but probably for the long run. Middle of the road, you have Polkadot, Matic, Atom, Link. Those are a bit more risky compared to the least risky category, but nonetheless, there's not huge downside potential as much as these more speculative assets like VGX and Engine. Um, Now, the tokens that I'm going to sell once I turn a profit on them are VeChain, Helium, Avalanche, Cardano, Algo. All those bags are pretty light for the most part, minus my VeChain and my Cardano bag. Both are outrageously huge, and I need to trim some of the fat and put that money into a better horse, so to speak. Now, we did make a crypto pyramid, basically categorizing how much you're going to be stacking of each crypto. I'm super bullish on Bitcoin, not just for the short term, but also for the long term. Again, with all these concerns of hyperinflation, the cost of living rising, the uncertainty over whether governments will seize your funds from your bank if you happen to donate to a cause or a protest they don't inherently agree with, can have your funds seized. People are starting to see the use case and why Bitcoin is here, and why it's going to be here to stay for the long haul. So going to be stacking Bitcoin pretty heavily for the next 6 to probably 12 months, if not longer. At these prices, I love buying it personally. I don't want to buy at 60K again, but we may have to if that supply crunch kicks in and more people realize that Bitcoin is a store of value, it's a hedge against inflation, etc. Now, the cryptos that I'm going to be stacking moderately heavy, meaning I'm not going to be stacking them as heavy as Bitcoin, but I do want to load up on these particular bags. VGX and Luna. VGX, pretty self-explanatory. The more VGX tokens you stack on the platform, the more rewards you get. There is some FUD, so that is our risky play in the stacking moderately heavy category, but our safe play is Luna because Do Kwon, as of late, has been buying a crap ton of Bitcoin and has been pegging it to the stable coin under um, the Luna, blah, the Luna ecosystem, and that is pretty bullish if you ask me. Basically, Luna slash UST pegged to Bitcoin, pretty big deal if you ask me. So I think that's a relatively safe play. Plus, I don't have that many Luna. I have a decent amount of VGX. I still want to add to that pretty moderately. And then under the stacking moderately category, we have Ethereum, Matic, and Solana. I'm not saying I have enough Ethereum, not saying I have enough Matic or Solana, but these bags are decently sized, so I don't feel like I need to add to them as heavily. But I do want to still add to them. So like if we see a 2900 or 2800 Ethereum, I wouldn't hesitate to buy some. It's not to say, we could, again, if Bitcoin breaks down, we could see Bitcoin does break down to these price points. We could see a $2,500 Ethereum probably around here or something. I would buy that in a heartbeat. I wish I bought more Ethereum when it was 2,300, 2,500. I was getting greedy. I was like, no, it's going to go to 2K or whatever. And then Solana, you guys, Solana is going to be on open seas and stuff like that. They're much cheaper and quicker than Ethereum, so they have that going. Same thing with Matic. They're going to be on open seas alongside Solana, so that's pretty big. They're also layer two. They're a bit lower in market cap relative to the other two, Ethereum and Solana. So the upside potential for stupid gains is there. I'm not saying we're going to get a 10 to 20x, but 5 to 10x is definitely in the cards here in the probably long term. I'm not going to talk short term. And then stacking lightly, I've got a fat bag of Link. I've got a fat bag of Polkadot. Got a decent size of Atom. That's probably the one that I'd add to the most. And then Engine's the very speculative asset of this bunch. The only reason why I want to stack Engine is because it is a more volatile NFT slash gaming play in the crypto space. So the upside potential is massive in comparison to other protocols or platforms like or cryptos like Mana or Sandbox, for example. Engine has a much lower market cap in comparison to those two. So I may throw in 10 to 20 bucks here and there if the price is right. If we stay down at these price points, I may buy a little bit here and there. And then they have their partnership with Polkadot with Affinity, so there's that to look forward to. That may blow up, may not, here in the short term or long term. And then BNB we discussed, pretty self-explanatory. It's deflationary. It's going to only go up in value for the most part. Obviously, we'll have our volatility here and there, like kind of like what we're experiencing right now. Market's starting to recover a little bit from the past pullback, past few days, but yeah, that's just kind of my mindset. Now, some of you may be asking, like, Derek, why aren't you going after Avalanche? Do Kwon said he bought some Avalanche too. Well, personally, Avalanche tokenomics, in my opinion, aren't the best. It's pretty inflationary in comparison to the other layer ones, and I'm not about that personally. But yeah, what do you guys plan on what do you guys plan on buying this year in crypto? Or do you have particular 3 cryptos on your agenda that you have in mind to stack for the whole year? Do you just have 1 or 2? Do you have 5 or 10? I really hope you don't have more than 5 to 10 because it gets really tricky if you don't have a lot of money to throw around, because then you're you're picking, which crypto's down the most, which one makes the most sense to dollar cost averaging. But yeah, just to reiterate, going to be stacking Bitcoin pretty heavily. Going to be stacking Luna and VGX pretty moderately heavy, and then Ethematic Sol. I will add to those positions, but not as much as Bitcoin, VGX, and Luna. And I will be stacking lightly with Atom, Link, Dot, Engine, possibly, and probably BNB, just little bits. Link and Dot, like I said, we have a fat bag, but dollar cost average is probably around $30 to $35, if not a little bit higher. So not a bad idea to dollar cost average down. So that is why I'm stacking lightly on the side for those. But yeah, let me know what you guys are stacking down below. If you enjoyed today's video, found informative, educational at all, please like and subscribe. If you're over on YouTube, please hit that notification bell to be notified when we go live. When we go live next, pardon me. And I got some links down below, so please check them out. You can stay up to date with crypto prices over on CoinMarketCap. Stay up to date with crypto events over on CoinMarketCal. Sign up over on Voyager, deposit $100, get trading today, get $25 free of Bitcoin when you do that with my link down below. You can also earn some interest on your crypto while you still can on that platform. Fortunately, I won't be promoting Celsius anymore because you have to be a accredited investor. Got a link for the BlockFi Visa Signature Rewards card as well. Earn up to 3% back in Bitcoin on all your everyday purchases. For the first 3 months that you have the card, after that, drops to 1.5%. Can't stress this enough, guys. That 1.5%, though it seems minuscule, you are miles ahead of everyone else if you're stacking that Bitcoin. Those thousands, if not, hundreds of thousands of satoshis are gonna add up, and they're gonna count in the long run, because like I've said, the world is changing drastically, you guys, and Bitcoin is becoming a gatekeeper, or a safe haven for investors and citizens around the world that just feel that fiat is not the way anymore. The financial system needs an overhaul. But that about does it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow, Wednesday, April 20th at 10:10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Sorry about being late today. Had to get some things in order, and I'll see you tomorrow. So until then, guys, have a great day, take care, and invest